Hey everybody, I am Jarrett Ross, the GeneaVlogger, and
it's a quick genealogy tip.
On today's quick genealogy tip, I'm going to be talking about contacting your DNA matches. Now, the first thing you need to do when contacting your DNA matches is to introduce yourself properly. Explain who you are and explain what you are intending to do with your research. Now, one of the things that you definitely need to include when contacting a match is you need to include what kits are matching each other. Many people, such as myself, will have multiple kits that they manage. So when you contact someone, you need to not assume that they are the kit that you are matching or that the person you're managing is matching. The other thing you need to do when contacting someone by email is make sure to include the website in which these kits are matching. I have my kits on Genie.com, Family Tree DNA, GEDmatch, MyHeritage, and if any other free databases open up, I'll probably be uploading there too. For the matches, also include the information on how many centimorgans are shared, as well as the longest segment of shared centimorgans, and include any hypotheses that you may have come up with from the information you have available. If you've already had access to that other person's tree and you can see a possible link either through a surname or a town, you want to include that information in your email. You want to avoid having the person you're contacting do a lot of work to figure out exactly what you're explaining. So just by including this little bit of information is going to make it so that they don't have to go from website to website to website trying to find where these kits are. Now, something that you should definitely include is a link to a digital family tree if it's available. So if you have a public tree on Ancestry, or you're connected to a tree on Genie, or you have something on MyHeritage or whatever website, include that in the email so that they can go to that link and look at the actual tree. Now, going along with this, you do not want to give your entire family tree written out in this email. Don't write a novel about your family. You want to make the first email easy for the people to read and understand, so stick to only pertinent information. But with that pertinent information, if you have a link to a family tree that they can then look at, you're giving them all of the available tools to actually explore that link as well and possibly confirm your hypothesis. Now, that's all stuff that you definitely want to include when you're contacting your matches. But along with that, there are certain things that you want to avoid doing. The number one thing is don't spam every single match. Every once in a while, I'll get an extremely generic email from someone where they're just writing out their entire family tree. And when I contact them asking them which kits match or what information they might have, they say, oh, well, I don't know. I just messaged every match I have. Don't do that. You're doing yourself a disservice because you're just wasting time emailing everybody. And you're also doing all your matches a disservice because you aren't giving them any information that they can then work with. If they don't know what kit you're matching with, they don't know what tree to look at. It's just not a good idea. One of the ways to avoid this is be concise in what matches you choose to pursue. Look for ones that are significant, either ones that are close, or maybe there's a very large single segment of shared DNA. Maybe there's shared family names or origins, but be more concise in the kits that you choose to contact. Now, the next major thing you want to avoid doing is being vague. And this kind of goes along with everything said in the beginning of the video. You want to include as much information as you can to give the person you're contacting the ability to look into it themselves and come up with their own hypothesis. They may have tools or knowledge that you don't have in genetic genealogy, and they may actually be able to figure it out. Now, another thing to avoid that I would like to reiterate is do not assume that the person you're contacting is the actual kit that's being matched. A lot of people have multiple kits, especially anyone who does a lot of genetic genealogy. If you're on GEDmatch, the person that you're looking at may actually have 6, 7, 8 different kits that they're managing. Just in my own GEDmatch account, I have 6 different kits that I'm managing of all different family members. Another thing I'd like to reiterate is be concise in what you write in the email. Don't write a huge explanation of your entire family history. Keep it concise and include pertinent information. You definitely want to include things like birth dates and death dates and locations, but you can avoid all of this extraneous information if it's not pertinent to the match. And lastly, don't assume that the person you're contacting actually understands genetic genealogy or genealogy. There are a lot of people who are taking these DNA tests nowadays, and many of them are doing it just because they want to see these percentage breakdowns, and beyond that, they really could care less. So, a lot of these people that you may be contacting may not really know anything about their family. They may not have any actual information that's going to help you, and you may find people that really don't even want to be contacted. So don't be surprised if you don't get an answer back from some of your matches. Thank you so much for checking out this quick genealogy tip. If you enjoyed, please be sure to give it the thumbs up. You can also click right about here if you'd like to subscribe. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at GeneaVlogger. I'm the GeneaVlogger, and I'm out.